Hi guys, I wanted to take the time to show you a walkthrough that I did of me using the Authority Advantage Assessment. This is a tool that is so incredibly uncomplicated and easy to use, but more than anything, you get the results within 5 minutes. You have complete clarity on what is necessary so that you could help to improve your visibility. Because if there is one thing that is for sure, for those of us who have amazing skills and we are excellent at what it is that we do and the knowledge that we possess, we are losing opportunities to individuals who are far less capable and have far less ability than we do. However, because they have more visibility than we do, they are now getting these positions. And I say this as an individual who went through a horrendous experience with someone who was just genuinely a fraud, pretended to have knowledge that she absolutely did not have, ended up buying the services. It was a very hard and costly lesson, but what that helped me to realize is that when you have individuals who, and again, it was because she had great visibility, and so I fell for it. And it made me realize that when negative experiences like that occur, it ends up slowing down the sales cycle for all of us because all you need is for your ideal client or your ideal customer to have a bad relationship with someone for you to end up now having this ridiculously long drawn out sales cycle because this individual is going through significant trust issues rather than just remaining like the best kept secret. The goal is now to make yourself visible. And so, using this assessment, I assure you that you would be at least provided with the foundational tools so that you can get your visibility, and you are also provided with a full LinkedIn rewrite that you can execute on immediately. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how I use the Authority Advantage Assessment. If you would like to work with me and go deeper into the actual program, which is a 4-month program, I am happy to do that. But just for right now, the most important thing is simply to just get that assessment done. If you have any questions, as always, never hesitate to ask. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hi guys, so I wanted to come on here for a moment to share with you the benefit and ease of use of the Authority Advantage program. One of the things that I've been hearing quite a lot that is completely untrue, both for individuals seeking jobs and looking for new positions, as well as individuals who are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, they have thriving practices, and that is that they don't really need to focus on online visibility. And so for a lot of the job seekers, it's, oh, I just want to look for a job and I don't want to waste any time updating profiles and working on websites and anything like that. And for those individuals who have practices that are doing well and they are getting business, they feel as though, look, I already have clients. Why do I have to waste my time working on visibility? So that is absolutely untrue. Unfortunately, in both cases, what you're not realizing are those opportunities that you're not getting because there's someone else with less ability than you, but more visibility who is taking those positions. And so realizing that I kept hearing this over and over again, I created the Authority Advantage Assessment. This is a really quick way in order to determine or just really understand what your visibility looks like. So here you're going to get the visibility report, a 90-day action plan, and a LinkedIn rewrite. So I'm just going to walk you through how I use this. So I'm going to put in my name. So it's Heather Dolland Tamam. And for the sake of this exercise, let's say I am going to be a financial attorney. How about that? Lattey. There you go. Okay, so what do who do I serve? Um, I help individuals address debt. Yeah, that works. Challenging times. How long have I been doing this for? Let's say I've been doing this for 5 to 10 years, and I am in New York City anyway, so we'll keep that. My email, I'm going to say Heather at gmail, just get that right, gmail.com. Okay, and then moving along, now we're going to go to continue. And here it asks, so what does the world see when it looks for you? So if someone Googles your name, or especially right now, what would they find? And so you appear clearly on one, and of course you're going to answer this according to what is true for you. So I show up, but it's not clear or compelling. I'm difficult to find. Let's say I show up, but it's not clear or compelling, because if you've been around for 5 to 10 years, I would like to believe that that is the truth. Your website, clear, current, build around my value, exists but outdated or generic. Often the answer that I get exists but outdated or generic. Again, guys, realize that websites are not what they were before. All of the coding that we needed to do many years ago is no longer necessary. They're very plug and play. LinkedIn profile, fully built, strong headline. I am going to hope that this attorney, if there are any good, would work on this, because I feel like I get a lot of this feedback. Oh, I focus on LinkedIn and building all of that out, but realize that by focusing, a lot of people really just mean posting. And there's a big difference between posting and positioning is not the same thing. And so that's one of the reasons that the LinkedIn rewrite is especially valuable, because it just helps you to position yourself better. If someone asks an AI tool for a recommendation in your field, would you come up? And many people, it's true, they have never thought to check. So moving along, the other one. So how visible is your expertise in this world? For many people, again, rarely, a few times this year, because you're either, if you're on the job seeker side, just head down focusing on applying, or you're on the business side and you just want to take care of your clients and you're not really looking to expand or do anything more than is actually necessary. Um, Credibility. So a couple of appearances, but not consistent. Maybe that might be the truth. In the sake of my fake attorney situation. My goodness, I keep clicking on that. Your signature methodology, I'm working on defining it, because again, a lot of people are just doing things. They're not being particularly mindful or intentional. And as far as getting clients, so maybe mix a referral, some online, and we're going to continue to the next page. And what is the gap between your expertise and how you show up online? Um, Most people don't know I am around, which will probably be true. If you don't take the time to actually show anybody that you have all this knowledge, etc. What would change if your visibility was stronger? I will get more clients. And where are you in your journey right now, ready to act, committed in a season of becoming? Because unfortunately, there's also a lot of individuals, they are not certain what to do. And so they're just waiting and thinking, wondering what the next step might be, and not actually taking one. So this is in fact your next step. You're going to click on that link, and now this is going to be generated. Now, the one thing, when you get the directions associated with this assessment, this does take a while. Every single one of these assessments, they are generated uniquely for you. It is not a generic one size fits all situation, not at all. It is very, very specifically for you. And so you can trust that what you're getting, once you took the time to input all of the requested information, what is generated would give you complete clarity on what your next meaningful steps are. For every single one of us, we have a lot of value. The problem is that when you take that knowledge for granted and you begin to then compete against those individuals who have not even a fraction of the knowledge and the ability that you have, but because they have visibility, they end up getting chosen. That is not a world that any of us want to live in, because unfortunately, what happens when that happens is that the people who would be your ideal customers, they end up booking with them, they end up having a bad experience, and it just ends up making the sales cycle that much longer for those individuals who are genuine and excellent at what it is that they do. And so now the report has been generated, and this is what you have here. So you see the visibility report. It shares with you where you stand, what it may be getting in your way. your AI readiness and what is working. So you would see here that this is all very comprehensive. Now we're going to go to the other tab, which is your 90-day plan. Now we discuss your foundation assessment and quick wins, clarifying your debt solution framework, optimizing your existing digital foundation, leveraging your referral network strategically, creating visibility through helpful content, establishing consistent professional presence. And this is your entire redone LinkedIn rewrite ready for you right now. All you have to do, and certainly look, if there's any aspect of this that you don't like or you're not in agreement with, you can certainly change, right? This is it is very intuitive, but certainly this would at least give you the foundation that you need to create a headline and an about section that is meaningful because you can always see those individuals that have taken the time to really invest in their visibility based on the clarity of their headline and their about section. But again, this is all done for you. And so you have your visibility, your 90-day plan, and your visibility report, and you genuinely get out what you put in. So I hope this is extremely helpful. I created this just as a very easy way for you to determine whether or not you have that visibility that you need. If you realize that you don't, these are very easy steps that you can take. It says 90-day plan, but frankly, you can execute this as quickly or as slowly as you would like. It's entirely up to you. But anyway, guys, as usual, I hope what I've shared serves. Have a fantastic day. If you have any questions, never hesitate to ask. And certainly, if you'd like to take the next step, because this has indeed served you, I would be happy to welcome you into the full Authority Advantage program, which does exist, and I am very happy to discuss later on when it is appropriate. Anyway, have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.